What if I told you that you do not need a dramatic life overhaul to become the best version of yourself? No extreme 5 a.m. routines, no 3-hour gym sessions, no complete diet resets starting Monday. What if the only thing standing between who you are right now and who you truly want to become is just 1%? 1% better every single day. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you are going to see your life in a completely different way. Welcome back. If you are new here, this channel is about one thing: helping you build a life you are genuinely proud of, one decision at a time. Today, we are talking about one of the most powerful, most underrated concepts in personal development. It is called the 1% rule, and it is backed by science, proven by world-class athletes, and honestly, it might just change everything for you. So, let us get into it. Let us start with a number that sounds almost too simple to be true. If you get just 1% better at something every single day, do you know what happens after one full year? You do not end up 365% better. You end up 37 times better. That is not a typo. 37 times. Because 1% compounded daily over 365 days equals 37.78 times your starting point. Now, flip that around. If you get 1% worse every day, if you just coast, if you stop trying, if you let things slide, by the end of that same year, you have declined to nearly zero. You are left with less than 3% of your original capability. The same amount of time. Two completely different lives. This is the power of compounding. And most people spend their entire lives ignoring it because small improvements are invisible in the short term. You will not feel the difference between a good day and a great day when you are only looking at today. But zoom out to a year from now, and the gap is staggering. Here's the honest truth. We are wired for drama. We want the big transformation. We want the before and after photo. We want the overnight success story. And when we do not see results fast enough, we quit. Sound familiar? The problem is that our brains are terrible at valuing invisible progress. If you read 10 pages of a book today, you do not feel smarter tonight. If you do 20 minutes of exercise this morning, your body does not look different by noon. If you drink 8 glasses of water today, nothing miraculous happens by bedtime. So we stop. But here is what is really happening beneath the surface. Every single one of those small actions is laying a brick. And you cannot see the house yet because you have only laid 3 bricks. But keep going for 90 days, and suddenly the walls are rising. Keep going for a year, and the roof goes on. The building was always there. You just had to keep laying bricks long enough to see it. Let me tell you about a team that proved this better than anyone. In 2003, the British national cycling team hired a new coach named Dave Brailsford. At that point, the team had not won a single Tour de France in their entire history. They were basically irrelevant on the world stage. Brailsford introduced a philosophy he called the aggregation of marginal gains. The idea was simple. Find every tiny thing that affects performance and improve each one by just 1%. They redesigned the bike seats to be more comfortable. They tested different massage gels to find the one that promoted the fastest muscle recovery. They taught riders how to wash their hands properly to reduce illness. They even brought their own pillows on trips so writers slept better in hotel beds. Each improvement was almost laughably small on its own. But together, just 5 years later, in 2008, the British cycling team dominated the Beijing Olympics. They won 60% of all available gold medals in cycling events. Then, in 2012, they won the Tour de France for the first time in history. Then they won it again and again. All from tiny, consistent, almost invisible improvements. That is the 1% rule in the real world. Now let us make this practical, because inspiration without application is just entertainment. Here is how you actually start improving 1% every single day. First, pick one area, just one. Your fitness, your career, your relationships, your finances, your mental health. Do not try to transform everything at once. Choose the one area that, if you improved it, would impact everything else the most. Second, find the smallest possible action. This is not the time to be ambitious. What is the tiniest version of improvement you could do today? If fitness is your goal, maybe it is 10 minutes of walking. If reading is your goal, maybe it is 5 pages. If saving money is your goal, maybe it is putting $5 aside. Whatever it is, it needs to be so small that saying no to it feels embarrassing. Third, track it. Write it down. Use an app. Put an X on a calendar. Whatever works for you. The goal is to build what James Clear calls a streak. And once you have a few days in a row, you will not want to break it. Fourth, review weekly. Every Sunday, spend 5 minutes asking yourself one question. Where did I improve this week? Even tiny answers count. In fact, especially tiny answers count. And fifth, be patient with yourself. This is probably the hardest one, because nothing feels fast enough when you are in the middle of it. But remind yourself of the math. 1% daily, 37 times better in 1 year. The progress is happening. You just cannot see it yet. Here is the deepest truth I want to leave you with today. 1% improvements are not really about the results. They are about who you become in the process. Every time you follow through on a small commitment, you are casting a vote for a new identity. You are telling yourself a new story. You are not someone who is trying to get fit. You become someone who works out. You are not someone who is trying to save money. You become someone who is financially responsible. The results are just the proof. The real transformation is happening inside you, one small decision at a time. So here is your challenge for today. Not this week, not starting Monday. Today, pick one thing. Make it tiny. Do it. That is your 1%. And then do it again tomorrow, and the day after that. Because the person you want to become is not waiting for some perfect moment. They are being built right now, one small step at a time. If this video gave you something useful, do me a small favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this content. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss one. I will see you in the next one.